Hello, awesome apes. My name is Mehul, and this channel is created to bring the positivity about AMC and kill the FUD. So, today we're gonna talk about calls and puts, the option chain. And I'm not an expert on this, but I would like to share whatever I know about these calls and how I do it. So, just wanted to share with everybody so it will bring a little bit of more understanding for somebody who doesn't know anything about calls. All right, and anything that is said on this video that is not a financial advice, please don't take it that way. This is just my logic, this is just from my experience, and it's your money and your decision, so please do whatever you think is right, not what I say. All right, so let's get started with what is calls and puts. So call, I'm not gonna talk about puts because I don't do puts, and with AMC, definitely not. I don't believe in puts, so I'm not even gonna talk about it. But what is call? So call is basically a contract between a broker and the retail investor that that is an agreement, right? And there are some keywords for the calls. So let's say, for example, strike price, right? So strike price is the price that broker is agreeing to sell you a single share for in the future. So, like whatever the strike price you select, that is the price that they have to sell you a single share of AMC. All right. Then expiration. So each call has an expiration, and after it hits that expiration date, the call is worth $0. All right. And call is an agreement between broker and the retail investor that no matter what happens tomorrow, but broker has to sell you AMC share with whatever the strike price you selected. And what we have to pay for that is like premium. So basically broker is promising us to sell particular share for particular price, and for that promise we are paying them premium. Okay, so when you all right, so let's get started. How exactly does it work? So let's say, for example, I bought a $40 strike, right? And I had to pay like let's say literally $2 for one call, but the expiration on the other hand is tomorrow. So how many chances AMC has to hit $40 by tomorrow? It's kind of like buying a lottery, right? Yeah, lottery is worth $1 million, but how many chances you have winning? One out of millions, I guess. So if the expiration is short, it is highly possible that you may not make money, but only in the scenario where like we had a June run up. If something like that happens, then you have chance to make money, but nobody knows when it's gonna run, right? So um, that's basically what it is. And in the calls, how it works, or how it's very tricky. Let's say you want to make money, right? But there are two ways that possibly you can make money with calls. One is if you have long expiration date. So let's say if you are buying any call that's worth 1 year expiration. In this example, let's go to 1 year right here. Then if I'm buying $40 call here, then one call will cost me $355 for one call, right? So if you choose longer expiration, you have more chances because you have entire year to hit $40, right? But on the other hand, you will end up paying a lot for premium, right? So basically I'm paying them $355 for one call only to promise me to sell 100 shares for $40 each. no matter what happens in the future. Okay, so if the longer expiration, it costs you more. On the other hand, let's say if you don't want to select 1 year, but you would be like, oh, after 2 weeks or 3 weeks, because I don't want to spend too much money, then you would be like, okay, you don't want to spend too much money, and you want to do it like after 2 weeks. Let's go with the lower strike price, right? Because that way you will have more chances. Let's say, for example, right now it's 1982. And what do you think? What would make it more chances for you to make money in the calls? It would be like, yeah, I think maybe next week easily $20. So you would buy $20 call. That will cost you a lot, right? 158 just for one call. Maybe for some people it is not a lot, but maybe for some other it is a lot just for the promise, right? Now, if we want to save money, what we would do? We will do opposite, right? We would be like, oh, you know what? I think it's gonna run so much next week. So you know what? I don't think I need to spend too much money by keeping it close to the current price, but I want to go higher. So I would be like, all right, let me get the $40 because it will hit $40 next week, and all I have to pay is $17 for one call, right? So that's what you do. Or we will be like, it's like either you go like higher with the price or shorter with the expiration. Only then you will get it for cheap. But that will also reduce the chances of making any money. In the past, whenever I had anything that had expiration within like not just 1 week or 2 weeks, I had calls with like expiration with 4 months, 6 months. Still, I lost all the money on those calls. The only call I made money on was for 1 year expiration, and that is also only because of that $72 run. Okay, so that's basically how it works, right, for the calls. And now on the top of that, let's say on the top of that, what exactly happened in last 2 days? So on the top of that, on the social media, you will start seeing the post like this. Thanks to Corey for bringing it up. But you see, people will start speculating so much. So people would be like, and this may be bot account. Okay, the reason why bot account is like, you see the name is Mike whatever, and he is saying like AMC 4200 next week, right? Now what will happen? One person retweeted that. Yeah, I'm not following this dude, but who retweeted that just because they were excited, I was following them. So I saw that, I would be like, wow, that sounds so awesome. Let me retweet. I retweet. Then my followers retweet, and it would be everywhere, everywhere, right? So why Corey was saying this may be both is, look at this, and I'm Indian too, right? So the meaning of this name is Sailaja and Hindu girl, and the meaning of that is daughter of mountain. So this account belongs to somebody who is not even this person. So they create these fake accounts to bring hype on the social media, make the apes go like so excited. Everybody keeps saying like 4200 next week, you know what, that's awesome. And then we come back to this, right? And as you are seeing, like exactly, it is $40 here, right? So it would be like, all right, so they open the $40 block, let me buy some. And as you can see, this is for expiring tomorrow, right? And as you can see, so many people bought that. So when it expires tomorrow, every single penny is going to them, and whoever bought them, they'll be losing all the dollars, $0. So be extra careful, and calls, understand it, learn a lot, and only then make a decision. And with the calls or puts, I would say, if you are willing to lose everything that you are investing as a call only then do it. All right. With the shares, unless any company is going out of business, you don't lose it, right? Or until you sell it for minus. But shares never expire, and calls, they always expire. So just because somebody else is telling you like, oh, calls are awesome, go ahead and buy some. Now, always learn it yourself. Always try to figure out. And once you have confidence, then go ahead and buy it, because that way mentally you'll be prepared with like, okay, you know what? I don't care. I'm putting this much amount. I'm willing to lose. But just because somebody is saying, or somebody on the social media is saying next week it will be this much, don't do that. Please, please don't do that. All we are doing is we are giving them more money, and then they short our AMC with the same money, right? And this is just my speculation. Nothing is with any kind of proof or financial advice. So please don't take it that way. Also on the Twitter, I heard we're gonna have awesome space calls about these option chain. I think Rocket is going to organize one, and Strong Vision, if I remember, I think he's going to have one too. But anytime you see the space call on the Twitter, and that is about option chain or calls and puts, go ahead. There are so many smart people in the ape community who knows a lot. Let's share the knowledge. Let's learn the thing and then invest if you find it helpful. Nothing in this video was a financial advice. This was only my logic, my experience, and what I think about the call options. So please don't take this as financial advice. It's your money, it's you, and it's your decision. Please learn more and then make decision, so it will end up being a good one. Alright, so I'll end this video here. I love all apes. I love AMC, and I love Adam Aaron. Alright guys, see you in the next video.